Welcome to Reach Out. I'm Bernadette Wagner, Director of Volunteer Washington County, and I'm so glad you could join us for today's show. Usually we highlight a nonprofit organization that's working to make a difference in our community, but today we're doing something a little different. Today's show will feature a local business that has initiated an innovative program that both assists individuals looking for employment and at the same time raises funds for a local nonprofit that is near and dear to my heart, Volunteer Washington County. Carl, I'd like to welcome you to our show today and thank Express for partnering with us. I was wondering if you can tell us a little bit about your Pay It Forward program.
Absolutely, and thank you for having me. Pay It Forward is a work for the holidays program that started at the grassroots level. Express Employment is a franchise business model. So about 2 years ago, one of our other franchisees in Texas actually came up with an idea, a different approach to local businesses, and recommended that if there was an opportunity to put people to work for even a week or two prior to the holidays, that it was a wonderful opportunity to allow folks to put a holiday meal on the table or to put some gifts under the tree, depending on how they like to celebrate their holidays. So whether it was budgeted opportunities for a business to bring on employees through this mechanism, or if they were unbudgeted positions, some project work or something additional, something special that a business might decide to do to provide that opportunity for somebody to earn a paycheck before the holidays.
Mm-hmm. So the businesses, you contact them, and is there a deal that you work with those businesses in placing the employees? Isn't there like a discount for those that you also are donating?
Absolutely. We try to make this a win-win-win proposition for the businesses that we approach with this opportunity, for the associates that we're putting to work, and for Express Employment to have an opportunity to connect a job seeker with a job opportunity. And we go into it thinking temporary, but it's not uncommon for that meeting, for that introduction to turn into something lasting. So we'll try to make it as affordable as possible for the business to put that person to work. We'll take some of the proceeds that we earn from that relationship and make a contribution to a local nonprofit. In our case, we've chosen to partner with Volunteer Washington County. But that could be, it could be a different organization at every local Express office.
And I really appreciate the fact that you chose to work with Volunteer Washington County. And we have talked a couple different times about the similarities in what Volunteer Washington County does in the nonprofit world and what you do in the business world. I was wondering if you care to explain that.
Sure. It's a matchmaking opportunity. In the staffing business, we try to connect quality job seekers with good job opportunities, whether they're temporary or permanent. And through our involvement with Volunteer Washington County, we're trying to match up available volunteer resources with the needs on the parts of the nonprofit organizations that really rely on volunteer hours to make their missions work out.
Yeah, and I really appreciate Express's support, and I guess this is a good time to welcome you now also as our Volunteer Washington County's newest board member. I was wondering, Carl, if you could talk to us a little bit about your personal feelings on the power of volunteers to make a difference.
Absolutely. There are so many organizations that attempt to do good things in the community. And we hear all the time about the budget pressures at all levels, whether it's government organizations, businesses, or nonprofits that are really struggling to find available funds to do the good things that they set out to do. So that process of helping to publicize and then facilitate the matching of available volunteer hours to the volunteer opportunities is something that it's very important to give the nonprofits that opportunity to go out and find those resources.
And as a businessman, how does it support your mission, your employment business in working and partnering with nonprofits? Does that give you exposure, and does it give you something to market around?
Absolutely. Any involvement at a board of directors level are great opportunities for me to reach out and to become involved with other like-minded individuals. and just create some positive messaging out there in the community that may have our brand associated with it.
Right.
But it's very secondary to helping foster those opportunities.
And from the very beginning, Volunteer Washington County's mission evolved around, finding creative solutions to community issues through volunteers by partnering with businesses, government agencies, and nonprofits. So exactly what Express is doing is what we would hope that other businesses would see your example and partner with other nonprofits in creative ways and find ways to, make our community whole, to help it grow.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, Carl, we have just a little bit of time left. I was wondering if you wanted to tell us just a little bit more about Express, how many employees you have, how many companies you work with.
Sure. There are several dozen companies that we work with in Franklin County, Pennsylvania, and here in Washington County. There are 7 of us that work inside of the agency. I call them my internal staff. And then there are anywhere from 120 to several hundred employees that we put to work on a weekly basis, just depending on how many opportunities, how many projects we have cooking at any given time.
So that's something, if people are looking to volunteer, they would come to VWC, and if they're looking for a job, they might go to Express Employment.
Absolutely, and while they're between jobs, we do recommend that they seek volunteer opportunities to help them fill that time.
And it always builds a resume.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Carl. I'm grateful to Carl for joining us on today's show, and to you, our viewing audience, for watching. The partnership between Express and Volunteer Washington County demonstrates the good that can happen when nonprofits and businesses work together to strengthen our community. From the very beginning, Volunteer Washington County has sought to partner with individuals, businesses, nonprofits, and governmental agencies to find creative solutions to issues in our community. We believe our community is like a giant jigsaw puzzle, and for it to be complete, no piece can be missing. I'm Bernadette Wagner, and I'm asking you to look within, discern your talents, decide where and how you can make a difference, and then get involved today. Be the missing piece. Let's work together to make our community whole. Remember, your community needs you. See you next time.